Welcome to Veranda IAS. In Indian Economy Foundation, now we are going to analyze the previous year mains question paper. And as I've said earlier, in the main strategy, now we are going to demonstrate it here by explaining a single question. Now let's see it in detail. Consider this question which has been asked in mains 2020. Okay. The topic is, what are the main constraints in the transport and marketing of agriculture produce in India? Okay. So this question has been directly asked from the main syllabus that I have seen earlier. You would have noticed it there is a direct term under agriculture, that is transport and marketing of agriculture, isn't it? So the question has been directly asked from that. Okay. So that's why I'm saying in the preparation, just please stick to the syllabus, because UPSC, where you have a better idea that whenever you start preparing a topic, you can be easily carried away, because there is a lot of new things to study, so you will get easily carried away. Just please try to stick to the syllabus whenever you are preparing. And again, as I said, when you are starting this question, how to start? We have three approaches we have seen, and the first approach is either you can start by the mentioning the importance of transport and marketing in the agriculture. Okay, so that is the first strategy. Okay, so here I have mentioned like how the transport is important for agriculture and why the marketing is so important for the farmers, so that they can double their income, or how they can increase their life standard by selling their product at the right place. Okay, so that is why I have given this introduction. And next, if you see, either the next strategy for starting the introduction is you can start it with recent issues, isn't it? That is, here I have started with, because of the COVID, we had many lot of transport restrictions, isn't it? Because of this, many farmers have faced losses. So I have started this with the recent issue that I have seen in news. Next, either you can start with facts or statistics. So I have went for stating a fact that 30% of the agriculture produce is lost by the farmers due to lack of transport. So when this question is asked, I have either you can start with any one of these strategies, and generally even you can start with the recent issue and also the any of the statistics that you learnt or known. Okay, so now we have started the question and overall structure of the body. So how we should have started? By identifying the subparts of this question. Here we had two subparts, isn't it? One is they have asked about transport, and another thing is they have asked about market. So here if you see, the first is they have asked main constraints in the transport of agriculture produce. So here now how to generate points from this point, like a main subpart. Okay, here you can go for this method that is generally called as pestle. Okay, I am just saying this point to generate points for this under subpart. Okay, the first is polity, that is politically what are the points you can generate for the constraint that we are facing in the agriculture transport. Okay, so either you can generate points politically, or what are the economic constraints, and S is social, and T is technological, and again E is ethical, and L is legal. So what are the constraints that we are facing? Because of all these factors you can bring in. And there is one more way to generate more points, that is by going by the syllabus again. For an example, here you have GS paper 1, 2, 3 and 4, isn't it? So what you can do when you want to generate more points, you can go by syllabus. If you see here in the paper 1 you have history, society, and again you have geography. In paper 2 you have polity and IR. In GS paper 3 what do you have? We have economy here, okay, economy, environment, science and technology, internal security, okay, these are the subjects you have, and moreover here you have disaster management also. And in paper 4 we have ethics, isn't it? So you have ethics as well. So when you don't know any point, you can generate the points by using these GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4 syllabus as well. Okay, so now here they have asked about main constraint in transport of agriculture produce. Okay, so you can go by constraint faced by farmers, constraint faced due to administration, and general constraints. Okay, and there is one more way how you can generate points as well. So this is method 1, you can generate method 2, and there is one more way, that is here you have seen the constraint faced by farmers, isn't it? So he is a stakeholder in the agricultural produce, isn't it? So either you can start how you can generate more points by using the stakeholder method. Okay. So I repeat, first when we see a question, we identify the subparts, and from the subparts what we will be doing, either through quick notes or by making short notes, we can mention the points. Okay. Then after that what we can do, we need to generate points under the main subpart. For generating that, either you can use pestle method or your syllabus, or you can use a stakeholder method. In the stakeholder method, you can consider, in this case in agriculture we have farmers, okay, then we have consumers, and then we have government and all the logistics sector as well. Okay. So you can consider all those things to generate more points. And second subpart is main constraints in marketing of agricultural produce. And here if you see, they have given many subpoints here as well, that is overall constraints about the agricultural market, issues with APMC, and lack of awareness to farmers about digital marketing. Okay. So these are the various constraints as well. And after this what you can do, you can develop upon each points over here. Okay. First let us see main constraints in transport of agriculture produce. Here the constraints faced by farmers, you can think about affordability, accessibility and availability. Okay. Right now in this introductory class, you no need to worry about these kind of key terms or about the content to generate. Okay. As you did not get into the session, I am just trying to say how you can apply your knowledge in generating points. Okay. And again as constraint due to administration. So inefficient target, they don't know where to start the agricultural market or how to generate the revenue for them. So inefficient targeting is happening, and lack of funding, and general constraints we can go like there is no cold storage transport or unavailability of longer and faster transport system. After reading this you might think, okay, for writing this answer then why should I learn something, because these are all about agriculture, I already know. Is it necessary to go for a class to learn all these things? This might be the question that will be coming in your mind. So what makes your answer different from the generalist perspective is, if you are giving an example of affordability, accessibility and availability, you are bound to give an example. Okay. So where the affordability has lagged, where the accessibility has lagged, and where the availability is not there, you should give some practical example, whatever you read in newspaper or any article that you have come across. Okay. So by that way you need to substantiate the answer that you are writing. Okay. Next is main constraints in marketing of agriculture produce, that is second subpart. Here again you will be having overall constraints about agriculture market that we have discussed, and here we have variation market fees, neglect of rural markets, absence of common trade standards. Okay. Then issues with APMC, what we are facing is licensing middleman. So right now here don't focus on content, because once the session are completed, even you will be able to answer for all these things. Okay. Just focus on structuring of the answer and how the question is asked in the mains. Okay. And again when we come to conclusion, what the best way to conclude is, as this question is focusing on the lot of issues, while you are concluding, you can conclude with the solutions. Okay. That is promote farmer produce organizations or any other schemes that you have come across, or your own suggestion also you can give. But whenever you are giving your own suggestion, please ensure that it is having some practical applicability. It's not that what you have thought in for future, don't give such kind of things. For reality which is having the current applicability, give such kind of way forward. Okay. So we have come to the end of the session. As we discussed in previous session, how to write the mains answer, here I have demonstrated with you with one example. Okay. And in next session as well, we will be demonstrating with one more question. So thank you for listening. Catch you in the next session.